Hey friends, welcome to the YouTube channel all about electronics. So in this question, we have been given this op-amp circuit and here we have been given that the input offset voltage and the input offset currents for the given circuit are 4 mV and the 150 nanoampere respectively. So here we have been asked to find the total output offset voltage of the given circuit. So for the given circuit, here the input offset voltage is equal to 4 mV while the input offset current is equal to 150 nanoampere. So the total output offset voltage will have two components. One is because of this input offset voltage, that is VOO1, and second is due to this input offset current. Let's call it as VOO2. So as we have seen on the main channel, because of this input offset voltage, the output offset voltage, that is VOO1, can be given as 1 plus RF divided by R1 times input offset voltage. So here this feedback resistor is equal to 500 kilo ohm while this resistor R1 is equal to 5 kilo ohm. That means the output offset voltage because of this input offset voltage is equal to 1 plus 500 kilo ohm divided by 5 kilo ohm times 4 millivolt. That is equal to 404 millivolt. Similarly, now let us find the output offset voltage because of this input offset current. So this output offset voltage because of this input offset current will be equal to this input offset current times feedback resistor. That is equal to 150 nanoampere times 500 kilo ohm. That is equal to 75 millivolt. So the total output offset voltage, that is VOO, will be equal to 404 millivolt plus 75 millivolt. That is equal to 479 millivolt. So from this we can say that for the given question, this A is the correct answer. So in this second question, we have been given that the gain of the amplifier is equal to 10 and the gain bandwidth product of the amplifier is equal to 1 MHz. Apart from that, we have been also given that the slew rate of this amplifier is equal to 0.1 volt per microsecond. And we have been given that the input to this amplifier is a square wave. So the amplitude of this square wave is plus minus 1 volt while the frequency of this square wave is equal to 10 kHz. So as I said, the input to this amplifier is a symmetrical square wave, which is varying between plus minus 1 volt and its frequency is 10 kHz. And as the square wave is symmetrical, so its duty cycle will be equal to 50%. Now if this amplifier is ideal, in that case, the input will get amplified by the factor of 10. That means at the output, we should get a square wave with the amplitude is varying between plus minus 10 volt. But here we have been given that the slew rate of the op-amp is equal to 0.1 volt per microsecond. That means in a 1 microsecond, the output of this amplifier will increase by the 0.1 volt. So to reach the 10 volt, it will require 100 microsecond, right? Or in other words, we can say that in a 50 microsecond, it will reach to the voltage 5 volt. So in a steady state condition, if you see the output, then it will vary between minus 2.5 volt to plus 2.5 volt. And in a steady state condition, if you see the output of this amplifier, then it will look like a triangular wave. And this triangular wave will vary between minus 2.5 volt to plus 2.5 volt. So because of this slew rate, the output of this amplifier will look like a triangular wave. And it will vary between this 2.5 volt and minus 2.5 volt. So from this we can say that for the given question, the answer is D. Now in this question, we have been asked to find the need of this feedback resistor RF. So to understand the effect of this feedback resistor, first of all let us remove this feedback resistor from the circuit. Now at the DC, or when this omega is equal to 0, at that time the reactance of this capacitor, that is 1 over omega c, will be equal to infinite. That means at the DC, this capacitor will act as a open circuit. And because of that, if you see this op-amp circuit, then it will operate in the open loop configuration. That means in the open loop configuration, the output of this op-amp will get saturated. Now if we have this feedback resistor RF in the circuit, then at the DC frequency, the output of this amplifier will be equal to minus RF divided by R1 times input voltage, right? That means this feedback resistor avoids the saturation of this amplifier at the DC frequency. So we can say that this feedback resistor prevents the saturation of this amplifier, and hence we can say that for the given question, this D is the correct answer.